Did you know that in Halo 1, if you set your profile name to .fortune, you'll be treated to several inspirational quotes? Hello and welcome to Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of Tom Brady. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you do, I'll send you a cheeseburger. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin with one of my favourite games on the Xbox 360. Mafia II felt so far ahead of its time that I really don't think it was appreciated as much as it should have been. It certainly didn't help that we had to wait so long for a sequel, only for that sequel to seemingly forget everything that made Mafia II great. Anyway, Mafia II is of course full of really cool details. In fact, we've covered a bunch of them on this channel before, with the game's first appearance being all the way back in episode 4, where we discovered people would react to Vito being covered in poop. Well, the first Mafia II detail for today's video doesn't see us covered in shit. Instead, we talk to a piece of shit. After Vito gets out of prison, you're told to go and check in on Joe. You even begin the chapter outside of Joe's place, so it's pretty obvious where the game wants you to go. However, if you're more of a family man, you can make your own way to your mother's house, where you can meet your sister's new husband.
Yeah. Look, whatever you're selling, pal, I ain't interested.
No. My name's Vito Scaletta. I'm looking for...
Oh, right. Francesca's brother. She told me you were in jail.
I'm out now. And you are?
Francesca's husband, Eric. Your sister ain't here. She must be out shopping or something. I'll tell her you stopped by. See ya.
Yeah, if that guy wasn't married to my sister Maron.
Now, in most games, going somewhere the game didn't want or didn't expect you to go would be a waste of time. And that's what makes this little cutscene so cool. The other Mafia II detail is actually a conversation that can be heard during the Enemy of the State mission. As you wait for the guards of a federal building to look the other way, you can actually listen to their conversation, where one of them has a very interesting idea for the future.
But listen, I was watching them cartoons, and it gave me an idea.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Einstein, let's hear it.
Now listen to this. What if you could control the cartoon?
What do you mean?
You know, control it. You could make the little guy on the screen do things. You could make him run around, drive a car, maybe even have him shoot a gun, shoot things with it.
Hey, you been sniffing glue? How the hell are they gonna do that?
Listen, I ain't worked that out yet. Look, you'd probably have to have some sort of box with buttons on it that controls the guy on the screen. I mean, one button would make him walk, the other would make him shoot, one would maybe make him...
Oh, yeah, that's your brilliant idea, huh? That sounds interesting, but it ain't never gonna happen.
Oh, yeah? I'm sure someone will figure it out someday, and you can mark my words on that.
Uh-huh. Sure they will. Right after they put a guy on the moon.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna get back to my crossword puzzle here.
Yeah, all right. Don't hurt yourself with that number 2 pencil.
So the guard talking about making a little guy on the screen do things is unknowingly describing video games. It sort of reminds me of Black Ops Cold War, where Woods suddenly morphed into every member of my family when I said I wanted to start a YouTube channel.
Video games. There's no future in that shit.
Who's laughing now, Dad? Now, you may remember that in episode 69,
Nice.
we covered some of the idle animations that could be found in MLB The Show 21. Well, with the release of The Show 2022, I decided to see if anything new had been added to the bat and ball simulator. Unfortunately, a lot of the animations are the same, though there was one that I hadn't seen before. The other detail from The Show 2022 can be heard if you repeatedly call a timeout. The commentators will get more and more annoyed before finally snapping and saying this.
This is brutal. No one has time for this. Just hit pause.
Honestly, fourth wall breaks are some of my favourite things in video games, so if you know of any more, please let me know. Up next is one of my biggest disappointments in gaming. Alpha Protocol is an action RPG that was released in 2010 on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC. You take on the role of Agent Michael Thornton, a new recruit at a US agency called Alpha Protocol. Alpha Protocol is given near limitless resources to conduct covert ops on behalf of the US government. So basically the CIA then. Now, whilst an RPG game where you play as a spy may sound super cool, the execution just wasn't there. The game released in a buggy and unfinished state, and combined with some really strange gameplay decisions, Alpha Protocol was met with poor reviews. The thing is, despite being somewhat of a train wreck, fans of the game saw the potential in Alpha Protocol, and that's why if you play the game on PC, you can find a whole host of user-made mods and fixes, which is really nice. Now, given its free-form approach to gameplay, it really is up to you how you deal with enemies. The game doesn't mind either way. However, one quick look at the stat screen may persuade you to take a non-lethal approach. In the stat screen, you can see how many people you've killed. It's a pretty common feature in RPGs, so it's nothing to write home about. Well, if you scroll down a little further, you can find another stat called Orphans Created. That's right, Alpha Protocol takes into account the children of the people you have gunned down. Now at first, I thought that this was just a fancy way of saying how many kills you'd performed, like each kill would create an orphan, but that's not true. As you can see, the game says that I've killed 4 people, but created 17 orphans. That's a lot of orphans. So this next detail is one of my favourite details in any video game ever. If you wear the Requiem suit on the Paris level, there is a very small chance that one of the guards will say this.
Is that Pitbull?
So the ultra-lethal Agent 47 is mistaken for Mr. Worldwide himself, Pitbull. I mean, all I'm saying is I've never seen them in the same room before. So let's once again end a video with the excellent Batman Arkham Knight. The first detail from Arkham Knight might be one that you've actually seen before, though only if you're bad at the game. When the GCPD is under attack by the Arkham Knight's forces, Batman has to go outside and engage in some thrilling Bat Tank gameplay. To do this, the Dark Knight needs to turn on the generator that powers the doors. Well, if you die before making it back to the Batmobile, this will happen. So in a change from the usual death screens that see one character speaking to Batman's dead body, this death screen sees the GCPD shot up with a minigun. It's brutal. The next Arkham Knight detail is a relatively small one, but it's still something that a lot of you may not have noticed. During your quest to take down Scarecrow, Batman calls in the Batwing to scan for the Cloudburst, a weapon capable of spreading the Scarecrow's poison across all of Gotham. The cool thing is, you can actually see the Batwing flying around Gotham looking for the Cloudburst. Like I said, it's a small detail, but I like it. Right, let's end today's video with another Joker appearance. We've already seen Joker's face pop up on billboards and statues in the last couple of episodes of this series, but this blink and you'll miss it Joker cameo has them all beat. If you look at the Lady Gotham statue long enough, this will happen. So after a flash of lightning, the statue will change into the Joker before changing back. This is by far the coolest blink and you'll miss it Joker appearance in the entire game. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter eggs and secrets and hidden details in video games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.